Namaskar. Welcome to the weird, wondrous world. Whether physical or metaphysical, all our experiences are dependent on our senses. We experience the physical and spiritual world with our senses. For example, with eyes, we see size, shape, and color. With nose, smell, and really taste as well. With ear, sounds. With tongue, taste. With touch, firmness, fluidity, stickiness, roughness, temperature, etc. And with smallest bones near inner ears, we sense our balance. Using these experiences, we make models to explain why the world is the way we feel it is. To enrich the experiences of our senses, we have made many tools and equipments. Some of these may provide us extra sensory experiences. For example, we all believe that sunlight is white. However, this white is actually a combination of rainbow of colors. We have all seen rainbows. However, its formation involves the scattering of sunlight. It took us a long time to realize this. This discovery is attributed to Sir Isaac Newton. He demonstrated that a prism can break white light in a spectrum of colors. By creating Newton's disk, he unified these different colors to form white color. Before him, people believed that these colors were due to distortions in the glass. We now started to believe that the light consists of 7 colors, just like 7 notes of the music, do, re, mi. The light is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. However, in 1800, British astronomer William Herschel used a thermometer to measure the temperature of the spectrum and found that the hottest rays of the sunlight scattered through a prism came from an invisible portion just beyond the red end of the spectrum. He called these rays as calorific rays. This discovery demonstrated that heat also can travel through space just like the visible light. These rays nowadays are known as the infrared rays. But the game had just begun. The following year, on February 22nd, 1801, German physicist Johann Wilhelm Richter discovered that a paper soaked in photosensitive chemical silver chloride darkened most rapidly in the part of spectrum that is invisible to us, extending beyond the violet part. Inspired by Herschel's discovery of infrared rays, Richter called these oxidizing rays. Later, they came to be known as ultraviolet rays. Thus, we learned that there is something in the light that our senses can't perceive. However, they are capable of harming us in long run. Then, in 1845, Michael Faraday discovered that the polarization of the light passing through a transparent material is affected by magnetic field. Thus, magnetism also became property of the light. Based on this, within the next 2 decades, James Clerk Maxwell formulated the theory that light is electromagnetic wave. Based on this, Maxwell predicted existence of radio waves in 1867, and these were discovered by Heinrich Hertz in 1887. In 1894, Jagdish Chandra Bose discovered radio waves of millimeter wavelength. In 1895, German physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen, while experimenting with cathode ray tubes, discovered that the fluorescent screen glowed even when the tube was covered with a thick black cardboard. He identified this as a new type of radiation, calling it X-rays. These rays are extremely energetic, and their existence revolutionized scientific and medical research. In 1900, French physicist and chemist Paul Villard, while studying radiation emitted by radium, used lead shielding to deflect the alpha particles, then applied magnetic field to deflect beta rays. Villard identified a third, much more penetrating radiation that was unaffected by magnetic fields. He named it gamma rays. Later, these highly energetic rays coming from various parts of the universe were called cosmic rays. In 1945, American radar engineer Percy Spencer discovered that high energy radio waves called microwaves were melting chocolate in his pocket. This led to the invention of microwave cooking. In 1964-65, radio cosmologists Arno Pangias and Robert Wilson discovered the cosmic microwave background coming from every corner of the universe, a factor that confirmed the Big Bang theory. Today, through instruments, we can learn much more than that our senses can perceive. However, we must keep in mind that these instruments transform their observations into the experiences that our senses can perceive. For us, all these experiences are indirect, and it is on these indirect foundations the scientists and all of us formulate our theories about how the universe works. In reality, we can see or perceive only a tiny fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum, from cosmic rays with frequency 10 trillion times per meter to electromagnetic waves with the wavelengths of thousands of kilometers. Our instruments have reach that is billions of times greater than what we have. There is a lot in the universe that we can perceive indirectly through our instruments, yet we can't observe its presence. Such things are dark matter and dark energy. Our instruments indicate their presence, but we can't see their forms. It's like distant smoke that we observe as sign of burning fire that we can never see. Our brains are instruments for processing our physical and spiritual experiences. It's important to understand a few important facts about the brain. First, when a sensory experience is interrupted, our brains attempt to fill the void. They even create their own experiences. And second, our brains are very lazy when it comes to analyzing the facts. Therefore, we accept someone else's experiences, whether real or fabricated, without questioning them. Whether philosophy or science, both require constant curiosity, observations, and questioning, as well as analysis for progress. Let's keep in mind whether it's an accomplished sage or the greatest scientist or a profound philosopher. It's necessary to question everyone's knowledge. Remember that even Rigvedic sages and wise men even questioned the creator of the universe, asking whether he knows or not. So, Remain curious and aware of the imperfections of everyone's knowledge. Hope that you liked this video. If so, like, share, comment and follow. And I'm thankful of you for watching this video. Thank you very much.